Hey, what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a review for the film Batman: The Killing Joke. Now, this is a DC Comics original animated film movie, but it's based on this actual like graphic novel right here, Batman: The Killing Joke, which you can see I have right here. Now, this is still actually my favorite Batman graphic novel. Now something may eventually surpass it, but this is the one I read like over and over. Like the artwork is just like so cool, like and beautiful. Like the story is like excellent. So I was definitely looking forward to like the actual like film adaptation of this graphic novel. But now like I was saying, I kind of knew I knew it was gonna have like kind of like trouble with it, but they already had it adapted like say like Batman Year One and like the Batman The Dark Knight Returns. They already adapted those. Those were like excellent like animated like films, based on graphic novels. But for some reason, there was something kind of off with this one. But I believe if I watch it again, I probably like it even more. But it was still like a good film. I would still like recommend it. Well, the thing that kind of sets this apart from like the actual like graphic novel. I'm gonna touch on like the voice actors and all of them too after as I go through like the director and stuff like that. But what sets it apart from the graphic novel is it actually gives like a prologue story for like Batgirl. And Batgirl was in like the Batman the Killing Joke like graphic novel, but not Batgirl herself, but Barbara Gordon was. And there was like a tragic incident that happened to her that became part of like DC, like the DC like storyline, that they kept like in the continuity, like something like serious happened to her, and then of course everybody know what it was. She ended up. I don't want to spoil it if you never read the story, the book, or if you haven't seen the film, y'all want to touch on that. But yeah, they add like a prologue in this film, that deals with like actually like Batgirl trying to prevent like these robberies. And like two of the robbers, one of the robbers that she actually stops, they become obsessed with her, for some reason. They like that she can do this thing, this and that and all that. And this guy, he's actually connected to like some kind of like crime boss known as, I think, Francesco or something like that. But it turns out that she grows like she gets even kind of more like kind of close or something like that with him too. But Batman, he kind of disagrees with this, and he's also along for the ride too. Now, what's kind of odd about it? It doesn't really have a connection to like the Killing Joke, like the storyline, that the actual film is based on. It doesn't really have no connection at all, other than you just get to see like Barbara Gordon, Batgirl in action. So I think that's what they was trying to do, just give her a little backstory as Batgirl. Now, one of the shocking things in the film though that kind of shocked me was added that actually that Batgirl and Batman had sex in the film. I couldn't believe that. I was like, whoa. I couldn't believe that because when it was like on a rooftop, she had jumped on it. They got like a little fist fight, and all of a sudden she just got on him. That you could tell they had sex because she put off her shirt and all that kind of stuff, and they were kissing and stuff like that. Now you could still kind of see the idea that they didn't actually have intercourse. That's still there because you didn't actually see it on the screen. But they actually implied that they actually did have sex, and that was kind of like shocking to me. I couldn't believe that. But after all that still, that's like the Batgirl prologue, just giving her like, I think they're just giving her a little history so we can see who Batgirl was. She's Barbara Gordon, and she's also Commissioner Gordon's like daughter too as well. James Gordon, Jim Gordon, his daughter. So all that, as well. But after that, then it jumps into like the actual Killing Joke storyline. So like the Killing Joke like storyline that opens with like Batman. He sees these bodies, Detective Bullock takes him to these like four bodies, they have like smiles on their faces and stuff. And it turns out that they have been dead for like 3 years. So he suspects that the Joker, I think, is behind it. So he actually goes to Arkham Asylum, before Commissioner Gordon. But it turns out that the Joker, when he goes inside there to see the Joker in the cell, it turns out that the Joker's not really there, it's actually like an impersonator, so he has somehow escaped. And then another thing, eventually he escapes and he kidnaps Commissioner Gordon and so on, and he does something to Barbara Gordon, I don't want to spoil it if you don't know about it, like that. And that's what the film is about. Batman has to actually pursue him and stop him, basically, and get back Commissioner Gordon and just put an end to the Joker, basically. Well, now this film, now I saw it on the big screen too at my local theater, so I went and saw it at the theater. I didn't watch it on the Blu-ray yet, which I'm still gonna get. So I think that's what kind of threw it off too. Excuse me, because I'm so used to sitting like on a television screen, but this time I actually was watching on the big theater screen with like an audience. So I think that was kind of like maybe kind of off and everything about like in animation. Kind of like a lot of films, when they're actually on video, they actually look more superb than they did in the theater. It's like Blu-ray discs. I know a lot of those look better than the actual films when you go to the theaters for some reason. But I thought like the animation for the film, it was pretty, it was good, you know. I know it probably looked better once I watched it again, like on video. I probably enjoyed it even more, you know. But then another thing, what's real like the big thing of the film is you have like Kevin Conroy returning as the voice of like Bruce Wayne and Batman, you know, and then you have Mark Hamill returning to provide the voice of the Joker. So those are the A-pluses of the film. You know, you had them two stars returning to provide the voices, you know, and they are definitely like Kevin Conroy is easily my favorite like Batman like actor, you know, as far as voice wise, you know, he's easily, you know, like my favorite like Batman, you know, and even like Mark Hamill as a Joker, as far as like voices go, he's like my favorite, you know. So it's nice to see them return back to the doing these voices for those characters, you know. Then you also have like the director Sam Liu, he directed the film too as well, you know. And other than that, you know, now the film, this is like I think one of the first ones that got like an R rating for like a DC animated original film. It has like R rated. Now this is here too. Now, from my opinion, this still could have been PG-13. You know, like it was violent because what made it really violent is like there's like a lot of headshot sequences in the film where people get shot in the head. You see the blood squirting and stuff like that. So that's kind of acceptable, you know, but you have seen that in like other like DC like animated films too. Like say other Batman films, there's like headshots and stuff like that, but it still only got a PG-13 rating. So for my opinion, they probably still could have gave this a PG-13 rating, you know, it didn't have to be R-rated. Now some of the language is kind of foul, and it's not even cursing either. Like some of the stuff like the Joker was saying, you know, I don't think it was even like cuss words, like profanity. It was just like kind of vile words, you know, you can say, oh yeah, that's kind of extreme, you know. You can see why it's like R-rated, you know. But I thought, and like another like thing with the problem I had with the film too was that it was like too like it was just and I maybe because I know the graphic novel so well, it was like just too close to it, you know, like the actual like dialogue and like script and the words that they were saying. It was just like, oh, I knew all these like all the whole dialogue, I knew what was coming and everything. It was like it was too exactly close to the graphic, and that's how like the year one film adaptation and the Dark Knight Returns film adaptation, they were like that, you know. But for some reason, they were like much better films, for my opinion. They were based on graphic novels. They had the same like dialogue and stuff like that. But for my opinion, they were just much better films, you know. But then I believe this would probably grow and stuff, you know, and everything. You probably grow to like it even more, you know, as you watch it more. Like I said, I was watching it in like a theater this time, so I think this would kind of maybe you know, kind of throw it off, come around like audience and stuff like that, you know, that was reacting to the film too as well, you know. But another thing I thought was cool is the actual like flashback scenes too. That, you know, that gives like the Joker's like origin tale, and that's another big thing in the film. It's giving the Joker's like origin tale, how he's like a chemical engineer that quit the job, and then he went and became a comedian, and he had failed as a comedian, and he had to do all this to support his wife Jeannie, you know, because she was pregnant, you know, and he comes across these group of like gangsters, where these two gangsters, you know, who offer him to do like this crime, you know, where he can probably get money as like, you know what I'm saying, and they want him to dress up as like this guy known as the Red Hood that the Joker had heard about, you know. So this and all that happened, you know, I don't want to ruin it, you know, that everybody know that storyline, you know, like they go to the chemical plant, he disguises himself as the Red Hood, and you never know who the Joker really is, you don't never hear his name, you know, you never know what his real name was, you know, but Batman tries to stop him, then as he's running, he falls like the chemical plant. That's what bleaches his skin and turns him into the Joker, you know, basically, you know. But I thought those sequences, I thought they handled those pretty well, you know, because they have like, they give like an age, like old, like classic look to it, you know, it's not real colorful. You can tell it's like in the past, like it's past, like a long time ago. So I thought those sequences were cool and awesome, you know, like the actual like flashback sequences with the Joker, you know. But in the end, I thought this was pretty decent. I'm gonna definitely be giving another shot. You know, that's probably be like a definite review. You know, when I watch it again, I'm gonna definitely get like the Blu-ray collection. You know, but I actually managed to see this in the theater. You know, because they had like a 2 days like thing. I missed the first day, which was sold out. So I went like the next day and saw, you know, this time like the audience wasn't that big this time, but it was still a nice cool group of people, you know. But in the end, I'm giving Batman the Killing Joke. I'm gonna be aiming at giving this right now. Probably aiming at giving this. I say I guess like a B minus. I want to give it like a B, you know, and I thought I would, you know. I thought that's easy. Could be one of the best ones they ever did, but I think I'm just going to aim at a B minus for this point. Now I may eventually give it another review, you know what I'm saying? But who knows? We'll see, you know. And that's my review for Batman: The Killing Joke. Alright.